Hello students, in this video I will be solving past paper of IGCSE Mathematics 0580P2 of Summers 2023, and I want to let you know that all the money generated through this video will be donated to the people of Palestine so we could help them in any way possible. So let's start the paper. The first question says a train journey starts at 21:43. It takes 8 hours and 32 minutes. Find the time the journey finishes. So in this question we have been given the departure time, that's 21:43, and we have been given the duration of the journey, that's journey time, 8 hours 32 minutes. And we are supposed to find the time the journey finishes, which is the arrival time. So to get arrival time, what we do is we add the duration of the journey in our departure time. So let's add these two times together. 3 plus 2 is 5, 4 plus 3 is 7, 8 plus 1 9, 2 plus 0 2. So what I got is 2975. So you can see over here is in hours we have 29 and in minutes we have 75. So in 1 hour there are only 60 minutes. So 75 minutes is not possible. So what we are going to do is we will have to subtract 60 from it. So whenever you get the time and whenever you get the minutes time above 60, all you need to do is subtract 60 from it. So if I'm subtracting 60 minutes from it from 75, I will get is 15 minutes, and I will have to give this 60 minutes to my hours. The hours were 29. When 60 minutes are given to it, 60 minutes mean 1 hour. So 29 becomes 30. So now we have one more problem over here, which is we know that in a day there are 24 hours. So after 23, the clock goes on to 0, not 24, and after that, not 25. So in hours, whenever you get the hours more than 24, you just have to remember one thing, that you will be subtracting 24 from it. So right now, if I subtract 24 from 30, I get over here is 6:15. So now this is my arrival time. This is the time the journey finishes at 6:15. So now let's move on to the question number 2. Question number 2 says, by writing each number in the calculation correct to one significant figure, work out an estimate for the value of 6.7 multiplied by 2.1 upon 18 minus 5.9. You must show all your working. So in this question, first we have to write the each number correct to one significant figure. The first number 6.7, when it will be rounded off to one significant figure, it becomes 7. And 2.1 becomes 2, 18 becomes 20, and 5.9 becomes 6. So this has become a very easy question now. 7 into 2 is 14, 20 minus 6 is also 14. 14 upon 14 is equal to 1. So this is our answer. Now let's move on to the third question. The third question says the scale of a map is 1:125,000. On a map, the length of an island is 9.4 centimeters. Calculate the actual length of the island, giving your answer in kilometers. So the ratio is 1:125,000. It means that if the actual length is 125,000, then on the map it will be 1 only. So this is the actual length and this is the length on the map. And we are supposed to find the length of an island. On the map it's 9.4 centimeters. You can cross multiply here as well. And other than that, it's simple that 1 represent 125,000, so 9.4 will represent 125,000 multiplied by 9.4, right? And 125,000 into 9.4 is 1 million. It's 1,175,000, and the length was 9.4 centimeters. So the actual length we have got over here is in centimeters, right? But the question says we need to get the answer in kilometers. So in order to convert centimeters in kilometers, what we do is we divide it with 1000, because in 1 kilometers there are 1000 centimeters. Three zeros get cancelled and it's 1175 kilometers. This is our required answer. 1100 and 175. So now let's move on to the next question. Question number 4. It says without using a calculator, work on 2 whole 1 upon 7 divided with 5 upon 9. You must show all your working and give your answer as a mixed number in its simplest form. So first what we'll be doing is we need to convert this mixed fraction into improper one. So in order to do that, we multiply 7 with 2 and add 1 in it. So 7 into 2 is 14 plus 1 is 15. 15 upon 7. So whenever you get two fractions and you see a division sign between them, what you need to do is you just change it into multiplication sign, and the fraction after the division sign you have to take the reciprocal of it. So reciprocal of 5 upon 9 is 9 upon 5. So over here you can see that we can easily cancel out 15 with 5, right? So 5 into 1 is 1, 5 into 3 is 15. So now we have is 3 multiplied by 9 upon 7 multiplied by 1. Now we just are going to multiply numerator with the numerator and denominator with the denominator. 3 into 9 is 27 and 7 into 1 is 7. So now 27 and 7 they cannot be further simplified, but it's an improper fraction. Just remember that you have to give your answer in mixed fraction. So always remember to convert the improper fraction into mixed fraction. So this will be equal to 7 into 3 is 21, and then 6 will be the remainder. 3 whole 6 upon 7, right? So this is our answer, 3 whole 6 upon 7. Now let's move to question number 5. Question number 5 says Anya invests $6,000 in an account that pays compound interest at a rate of R% per year. At the end of 8 years, the account has earned $621.70 in interest. Calculate the value of R. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to write the formula for compound interest. That is A is equal to P bracket open 1 plus R percent bracket close to the power n. A means accumulated money. It means the money it means the interest amount has been added to our principal amount, and the total money that has been accumulated, that's A. Okay. P means the principal amount, and R is the rate percent, and is the number of years, or the number of times at which the interest has taken place. So in order to get A, we can see in the question that Anya invested $6,000 and she got the interest of $621.70. So the total money accumulated is 6,000 plus 621.70, that's equal to $6,621.7. So in place of A, I will write 6,621.7 is equal to, in place of P is the principal amount, which is 6,000, the initial invested, the initial money on you invested, 6,000, 1 plus R percent, N means the total number of years, or the time, total number of time at which the interest has taken place, and that's 8. So now 6,000 is being multiplied with the bracket. So if I move 6,000 on the left, it will be divided with 6,621. So let's shift 6,000 on the left side of the equation. 1 plus R percent power 8. So now I will divide 6,621 with 6,000, and I will be getting is 1.104. 1.104 is equal to 1 plus R percent to the power 8. Now the problem over here is the power 8 on the bracket. I have to somehow remove this power. So in order to remove this power, I will have to take the 8th root on each side, so the power 8 gets cancelled. So let's take the 8th root on each side of the equation. This is equal to 1 plus R percent to the power 8, 8th root. Let's take the 8th root. So now this power 8 gets cancelled with the 8th root, and the 8th root of 1.104 is, let me just calculate it, 1.104. We have to take the 8th root of it, and that's 1.012. 1.012 is equal to 1 plus R percent. Now the one on the right side of the equation, I will move it on the left, and it will be subtracted with 1.012. So this will be equal to R percent. Now 1.012 minus 1 is 0.012 is equal to R percent. To remove the percentage sign, we have to divide it with 100. So 100 is being divided on the right side. If I move this 100 on the left, it will be multiplied with 0.012. And when 0.012 will be multiplied with 100, I'm writing over here, I will be getting is 1.2, which will be my value for R. This is our answer. 1.2 is the rate per year. Now let's move on to question number 6. The question number 6 is if y is directly proportional to the square of x plus 3 whole, and it says x is 2 when y is 5. Find y when x is 1. So first we will have to make the equation of it. We will solve this question using equation method. So y is directly proportional to the square of x plus 3. It means y is directly proportional to x plus 3 whole square. So when we remove this proportional sign, we know that we put is equal to sign and then k gets constant, that's k, it gets multiplied, will be multiplied with the second term that is directly proportional, and over here that is square of x plus 3. So now in question we have been given that x is 2 and y is 5. So let's put these values of x and y so we can get the value of k. So y is 5 and x is 2. Now 5 is equal to k, 2 plus 3 is 5. Now 5 is being multiplied on the right. When I will move on to the left, it gets divided. Sorry for the interference. So we were at y is equal to k multiplied with x plus 3 whole square. We have been given the value of y and x. Y is 5 and x is 2 whole square. 5 is equal to k, 2 plus 3 is 5, and now we have is 5 is equal to k multiplied by 5 square. The square of 5 is 25. Now 25 is being multiplied on the right hand side. When I will move on to the left side of the equation, it will be divided with 5. 5 upon 25 is k. By simplifying 5 and 25, we get 1 upon 5 is equal to k. I've got the value for k now. Let's put it in our equation where y is equal to k multiplied with x plus 3 whole square. I will put the value of k, that's 1.5 into x plus 3 whole square. Now we need to find y when x is 1. So in this equation, let's put the value of x, that's 1, y is 1 upon 5, x is 1 plus 3 whole square. Y is equal to 1 upon 5, 1 plus 3 is 4, and 4 square. This is equal to 1 upon 5 multiplied by 16 will be equal to 1 into 16, 16 upon 5. This is our answer. And when I will convert this into mixed fraction, I will get 3 whole 1 upon 5. Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. It says, find the temperature that is 8 degrees Celsius colder than minus 5 degrees Celsius. So if the temperature is colder, it means we will have to subtract the temperature. Over here, we have the temperature over here is minus 5. We need to find the temperature colder than minus 5. So if we need to find the temperature colder, it will be like minus 6 or might be minus 7, minus 8, minus 9 or more. So in this case, we will have to subtract the temperature. So minus 5 minus 8 is equal to minus 13 degrees Celsius. So this is will be the temperature 8 degrees Celsius colder than minus 5. The next question is, there are two prime numbers in the list. We have to work out the sum of these two prime numbers. The numbers are 27, 47, 57, 61, 75, 93. So the prime number means any number that has two factors. So 27 is not a prime number as it comes in the table of 3, 1 and 27 itself. And the next number is 47. And 47 only comes in the table of 1 and 47. So the first prime number over here is 47. The third number is 57. It does come in the table of 3, so it's a composite number. Next one is 61. 61 is also a prime number. 75 is again composite. 93 is also a composite number. We have to find the sum, means we have to add these two numbers. 47 plus 61, that is equal to 108. So this is our answer. Now in question number 9, it says the distance from town A to town B on a map is 3.5 centimeters. The scale on a map is 1 ratio to 50,000. We have to find the actual distance in kilometers from town A to town B. So 1 ratio to 50,000. This is the actual distance and this is on the map. And in the question, we have been given that the distance on the map is 3.5 centimeters. So if the distance is 3.5 centimeters and 1 represents 250,000, so it is really obvious that we will multiply 250,000 with 3.5 in order to get the actual distance. It will be more than 250,000, right? If 1 represents 250,000. So 250,000 into 3.5 is 875,000. So this is the actual distance between town A and town B. Now in question number 10 it says, without using a calculator, work out 4 upon 7 divided with 1 whole 5 upon 21. We must show all our working and we have to give our answer as a fraction in its simplest form. So again we have a division sign between two fractions. So in the first step we will just convert this mixed fraction into improper one. Okay, we are not going to change the sign now. 21 into 1 is 21 plus 5, 26 upon 21. So I've told you earlier as well that whenever you see a division sign between the fractions, all you need to do is change this into multiplication sign and take the reciprocal of the next fraction. So it will become 21 upon 26. Now over here we can see that this 4 and 26 they can be simplified. This 4 becomes 2, 26 become 13. Now 21 and 7 can also be simplified, right? 7 into 1 is 7, 7 into 3 is 21. 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. What just happened? Just wait for a few seconds. I will get back to the question we were doing. Okay, I will have to do question number 9 little bit again, some part of it again. So it was 250,000 multiplied by 3.5 was equal to 875,000. So we were doing question number 10. In the first step, I told you that we will just convert that mixed fraction into improper. That was equal to 26.21. And I told you in the next step, we will change this division sign to multiplication and we will take the reciprocal of the next fraction. So this 4 got cancelled with 26. It became 13. 7 gets cancelled with 21. Over so now we have is 2 into 3, which is 2 into 3 upon 1 multiplied by 13. So this is equal to 6 upon 13 and this is proper fraction. So this is our required answer. We don't have to convert this. We only convert improper fraction into mixed fraction. Question number 11 says write 0.621 as a fraction in its simplest form. You must show all your working. So you can see the dots above 2 and mean. It means it's a recurring decimal. So let me write this decimal first. 0.621. It means 2 and 1 are the recurring decimals. This is equal to 0.621. Wait. 0.621 and so on. I don't need to write more digits than this. Okay, so we have to convert this in fraction. So whenever you get recurring decimals, you have to convert it into fraction. You in the first step, what you do is you just suppose that x is equal to 0.621212121. So over here we have two recurring decimals. Whenever you get two recurring decimals, you just multiply the equation for your first equation with 10. Okay, if I multiply this is my first equation. If I multiply it with 10, so we've got two recurring decimals, so we'll multiply it with 100. It depends on the number of recurring decimals. If you get one recurring decimal, multiply it with 10. If you get two recurring decimals, multiply it with 100. And if you get three recurring decimals, multiply it with 1000. So it depends on the number of recurring decimals. So over here, I will multiply my equation with 100. So this x will become 100x when multiplied with 100. and 0.62122121 will be equal to 62.121212 and so on. Okay, this is my equation 2. Now I will subtract these two equations. Okay, so when I subtract these two equations, 100x minus x, this will be equal to 62.121212 minus 0.621212 and so on. So let's write these two numbers upside down. 62.121212 0.621212. So you can see that these two ones are upside down to each other. So by subtracting these two numbers, I will be able to somehow remove the recurring decimals. So that is what I'm trying to do over here is that's why I made the equation so we can remove the recurring decimals. So when we subtract these two numbers, all the ones and twos are being aligned with each other, so they all we will get zeros over here when they are subtracting. Now over here we have a 6 is being subtracted in 1, so we need to take the carry from 2, it becomes 11. 11 minus 6 is 5, decimal beneath decimal, 2 has given the carry, so it becomes 1. 1 minus 0 is 1, 6 minus 0 is 6. So over here I've got a 61.5, and 100x minus x is 99x. So 99x is equal to 61.5. So if we multiply 10 on each side, we get 990x is equal to 615. So this 9, if I shift this 990 on the right side, it becomes x is equal to 615 upon 990. We have to give the answer in simplest form. Okay, so we can see that both numerator and denominator, they can be simplified with 5. So if I divide 615 with 5, I get 123, and if I divide 990 with 5, I get 198. So these two numbers, again, they do come in the table of 3, right? So 123 divided with 3, I got 41. 198 divided with 3, I got 66. Now they cannot be further simplified, and this is our answer, 41 upon 66. Okay, so now let's move to question number 12. It says the film lasts 2 hours 50 minutes. The film ends at 23:05. Find the time the film starts. The film ended at 23:05 and it lasted for 2 hours 15 minutes, right? So it must started before 23:05. It's common sense, right? So I will have to subtract 2 hours 50 minutes from 23:05. So let's do that. First I will write 23:05. I need to subtract 2 or 50 minutes from it. So whenever you are subtracting the times and you see that we have to subtract 50 minutes from 5, we have to subtract the greater minutes from the less number of minutes. So we just don't do the usual subtraction that we have learned while we are subtracting normal numbers. In these kind of questions, when you have minutes, so what I have to do is now this 50 cannot be subtracted with 5. I will give 60 minutes more to 5. If I give these 60 minutes More to 5, this 5 minutes will become 65, right? So where did it get 60 minutes? It gets from 23. Okay. So if 23 hours is given 60 minutes, that's 1 hour to the minutes and becomes 22. Okay. And now we can easily subtract 50 minutes from 65. It's 15. 22 minus 2 is 20. So it means the film started at 2015. Okay, you can do this question mentally as well. Mental method of doing this type of question is more easier, I believe. So it's up to you which way do you like. This is by doing this, this is the proper method to solve it. So in question number 13, it says, at the end of the day, a shopkeeper has 12 tins of cat food left. This is 3 upon 13 of the number he had at the beginning of the day. Calculate the number of tins he had at the beginning of the day. So at the end of the day, 12 tins have been left, right? And this 12 is 3 upon 13 of the number he had at the beginning. So let x be that number he had at the beginning of the day. Number of tins he had at the beginning. X is equal to tins he had at the beginning, and that's what we have to find out. Tens at the beginning. 3 upon 13 of the number of 10 heads at beginnings. It means 3 upon 13 of x. These are the number of tins a shopkeeper had left. Right? Shopkeeper had 12 tins of cat food left, and this is 3 upon 13 of the number he had beginning of the day. So the tens at the beginning of the day are x. 3 upon 13 of x then will be equal to 12. Right? So the equation is formed. Now it is pretty easy to solve this equation of means multiply. So 13 is being divided on the left side of the equation. Let's move on. Let's move 13 to the right. It becomes 3x is equal to 12 multiplied by 13. And 12 into 13 is 156. So x is equal to 156 upon 3. So 156 divided with 3 is 52. So it means the value of x is 52, and these are the number of tens he had at the beginning of the day. Now we are moving to question number 14. It says without using a calculator, work out 5 whole 11 upon 12 plus 2 whole 1 upon 4. We must show all our working and give our answer as a mixed number in the simplest form. The 5 whole 11.12 plus 2 whole 1.4. First, we just convert these mixed fractions in improper one, okay? So 5 whole 11 upon 12 is equal to 12 into 5 is 60 plus 11, 71. 71 upon 12, okay? 2 whole 1.4 is equal to 4 into 2 is 8 plus 1, 9 upon 4. We will add these numbers now. 71 upon 12 plus 9 upon 4. So whenever we add fractions, the first step we do is we need to see whether the denominator is the same or not. Over here they are not same. So we need to take the LCM of 12 and 4, and the LCM is 12. So let's make this 4 12 by multiplying it with 3. The numerator also gets multiplied with 3. Now I get 71 plus 27 upon 12. The denominator is same now, so we make it common. Now 71 plus 27 is 98 upon 12. Let's simplify this fraction with 2. 98 becomes 49 upon 6. So this is improper fraction. We have to give our answer as a mixed number, right? So this is equal to 6 into 8 is 48, 8 whole 1 upon 6. Okay, so this is our answer. Let's move to question number 15. Question number 15 says square root 42 plus 3 to the power 0.4. We will just be doing this question using calculator, okay? So square root of 42 is 6.48 and plus 3 to the power 0.4, that is equal to 1.55 plus 1.55. This is equal to 6.48 plus 1.55. Let's add 55 and this will be equal to 7.48, 8, 8.08, 8.13. Okay, so this is our answer. Now the next question says we have to write 0.581 as a fraction, and you see that two dots over 8, you see the dot over 8 and 1. So we have solved this type of question before as well. So dots mean the recurring decimal. So it means 0.581, 0.5818181, and so on. Let me get back to the page. So we were doing question number 16, okay? So it means 0.5818181, and I told you that we will assume that this number is equal to x, and we have got two recurring decimals, so we need, this is our equation 1, and we need to multiply our equation with 100 because we have two recurring decimals, right? 8 1, 8 and 1. So by multiplying with 100 I get 100x is equal to 58.181818. Okay, this is our equation 2. So now I will subtract these two equations, okay? So 100x minus x is 99x. This is equal to, now I will write 58.181818 and 0.5818181. 581,818. So we see that 1 and 8 are being upside down to each other. So while subtracting over here, we get zeros, and we have to subtract 5 from 1. So we need to take the carry. This becomes 11. 11 minus 5 is 6. Decimal, we need decimal. 8 has given the carry. It becomes 7. 7 minus 0 is 7, and 5 minus 0 5. So we have 57.6. So we have got now only one decimal digit, that's 6. We will multiply equation with 10. So to remove the decimal, 990x is equal to 576. Now 990 will be shifted on the right side of the equation. It will be divided with 576. So now we will have to simplify our answer. So both these numbers can be simplified with 2, right? So 990 becomes 495, right? And 576 divided by 2 is 288, right? So now we have is 288 upon 495. So these two numbers can be simplified with 3, right? So 288 divided with 3 is 96, and 495 divided with 3 is 165. Now we have is 96 upon 165. So now this is our answer. Now they cannot be simplified more, but they can be simplified more with 3. Both the numbers, they come in the table of 3. So 96 becomes 32, 165 becomes 55. Now they cannot be simplified further, so this is our required answer, 32 upon 55. Now let's move to question number 7. Question number 17. It says the number of trees in a forest is decreasing exponentially at a rate of 1.7% per year. 11 years ago, there were 980 trees. Calculate the number of trees in the forest now. Give your answer to the nearest integer. So first, I in order to solve this question, I will write the formula for simple interest. That is equal to simple interest is equal to P multiplied by R multiplied by time. P means principal amount, R is the rate, T is the time, and S dot I means simple interest. So the rate is 1.75, and 11 years ago there were 980 trees. We have to calculate the number of trees now. Okay, so we can calculate the interest over here, right? So our principal amount 11 years ago, the number of trees were 980. So this is the principal amount. Multiply by R is 1.75%. So this will be equal to 0.0175. To remove percentage sign, we need to divide it with 100. And the time is 11 years, so T is 11. So we will multiply these three numbers, and we will get we will get the value of interest. So 980 into 0.175 into 11 is 188.65. This is our answer. This is our simple interest. So 11 years ago there were 980 trees and now the interest is 180.65. So the total trees now have become 980 plus 188.65, and that is equal to 1168.65. We have to give our answer nearest to integers. So if we round this off, due to this 6, it will become 1169. Okay, this is our answer. So now the next question, number 18, is a train travels between two stations. The distance between the stations is 220 kilometers. Correct to the nearest kilometer. The speed of the train is 125 kilometers per hour. Correct to the nearest 5 kilometers per hour. We have to calculate the upper bound for the time the journey takes. Okay, and we have to give our answer in hours and minutes. So the formula for time is distance upon speed, right? And we have to calculate the upper bound. Okay, so to get the upper bound, the distance should be maximum. So over here the distance has been given to us 220 kilometers, and in order to get the maximum distance we need the upper bound of this distance. This has been rounded off nearest to kilometers, so this will be equal, the upper bound for the distance will be 220.5. Okay, and speed is 125 kilometers per hour, and this has been rounded off nearest to 5. To get the upper bound for time, the speed should be minimum. So we will be taking the lower bound of speed to get the maximum time. Okay. So if it has been rounded off nearest to 5, the lower bound for the speed will be 122.5, right? So now the time will be distance is to we will take the upper bound of the distance 220.5 divided with 122.5. Okay, so then we will get the upper bound for our time. Now let's divide these two quantities together, 220.5 with 122.5, and I will get 1.8. The speed was given to us in kilometers per hour, so this is 1.8 hours, and we need our time in hours and minutes. So the number of hours is 1. So we need to convert this point 0.8 into minutes. So to convert hours into minutes, we just multiply it with 60. So I will multiply point 0.8 with 60 and I will get 48. So it means this is equal to 1 hour 48 minutes. So this is my answer, 1 hour 48 minutes. Okay. Let's move to next question, question number 9. It's the question number 9 shows the table in which the information about Amir's shopping has been given to us. The tables tell us that he bought two fruits, oranges and bananas. The cost per kilogram for orange is $2.35. The number of kilogram Amir bought is 3.2. We need to calculate the total cost of the oranges. So this is very simple. We just multiply 3.2 with 2.35 and we will get the total cost of oranges, right? The one orange costs 2.35, so 3.2 kilograms of orange will be 3.2 multiplied by 2.35. This is equal to 7.52. Now we haven't been given the cost per kilogram of bananas, and but he bought 2.8 bananas. Okay, the total cost he has spent is 13.54. If I subtract 7.52 from 13.54, so I will get the cost of bananas, right? So 13 minus 54 minus 7.52 is 6.02. So it means the total cost of bananas is 6.2, and he bought total 2.8 kilograms of bananas. So the cost to get the cost per kilogram of bananas, we need to divide 2.8 with 6.02. So 6.02 divided with 2.8. This is equal to 2.15. This is the cost per kilogram of banana. Okay, we were supposed to complete the table and we just did that. So the next question number 20, it say the exchange rate between Singapore dollars and euro is 1 Singapore dollars is equal to 0.62 euros. We have to find the value of 161.20 euros in Singapore dollars. So first, in order to do this question, we need to know that how much will be 1 euro equal to. So one, in order to get the value for 1 euro, if I divide 0.62 with 0.62, I get 1 over here, and on the left side I will do the same thing. I will divide 1 with 0.62. In this way I will be able to get the cost of, I will be able to get how many dollars are there in 1 euro. 1 divided with 0.62, this is equal to 1.61. Okay, so 1.61 Singapore dollar, this is 1 euro. Okay, we need to get the I need to find the value of 161.20 euros in Singapore dollars. So if 1 euro is 1 is equal to 1.61, so 161.20 euros will be equal to, we have to multiply this quantity with 1.61, right? Because in 1 euro there are 1.61 Singapore dollars. So in 161.20 euros we have to multiply this 1.61, multiply with 1.20, and we will get 260. It means we will get 260 Singapore dollars in 161.20 euros. Okay,